this is the best work. I feel each of us will circle back to this moment in our hearts sometime in the future for reflection and renewal, and it will feed us. It will energize us. We'll come back to this moment standing here together and now sitting here together for Emmett Till and for his heroic mother, Miss Mamie Till Mobley. And we stand with all of his family, all of his friends, his grandparents, his uncles and aunts, his cousins. May us being here today feed us and energize us. May it feed and energize Tallahatchie County. May it feed and energize the Delta, and may it feed and energize beyond the Magnolia Curtain. Thank you. Truth telling is the key that opens the door. Truth telling is the fuel of the torch we bear. Truth telling is the balm in Gilead. It's the elixir. It is the medicine. It is the dose we take. It is the necessary ritual. We know that healing begins when truth telling happens. Justice happens when truth telling happens. Human beings are not fostered by false words and lies. So it's good to know who all is here with us, because this is dangerous work. It's clumsy work. It's the best work. It's dangerous work because it's pretty spooky out here, y'all. It is the scene of the crime of the worst of humanity. How could so much hate drag him out here? How could an all-white jury sit there, listen to the evidence, and then acquit? How could the dominant culture be so toxic? To say nothing is to condone this. This is sensitive work, y'all. This is fragile work. This is dangerous work. And we all know, as Superintendent Cheeks alluded to, between 1877 and 1950, there are documented, so many more undocumented, 4,400 men, women, and children of African descent were victims of racial terror between 1877 and 1950. In LeFlore County, in Greenwood, 48 murders, lynchings, humans dragged, killed. Holmes County, just our neighbor, 11 are documented. Sunflower County, 12 lynchings, killings, mobs. Yazoo City, Yazoo County, 18. Washington County, where I grew up in Greenville, 70 miles away, 13. And Issaquena County, where Indianola is, 6 documented. And we've all seen over the past decade or so, we've seen in our nation how the murder of young, dark-skinned men and women and black bodies have been disregarded. This is dangerous work being out here. And we know the pattern here in Mississippi too, that when the white body gets uncomfortable or anxious, the black body suffers.
Amen.
That's been the pattern since 1619. It's dangerous stuff we're doing. It's also clumsy, because few of us have been taught the art of remembering in a restorative way. We're grateful for the leadership of the Emmett Till Interpretive Center to show us a way to help correct the public memory, to alter the white narrative, to shape a new conversation. We're grateful for the local leadership here that has moved this from silence to remembrance and now to memorialization. From silence to beginning to remember again to now it is cemented into the American story, into the story of Tallahatchie County, to the story of Mississippi and the world. as Emmett Till's mother said, let the world see. Many are still steeped in silence. We want to bring them along. Many still claim to be unaware or unconscious or just too fragile. We want to bring everyone along. Some people lack curiosity. Some people live in the legacy of oblivion. Some people say ignorant is bliss. Some people are just mean as all get out. So this is the best work. Because everybody has space in their heart. This is the best work. We were all made in the great image. And for us standing here and being here today, it helps cement Emmett Till's name and his courageous, heroic mother's name always in our story. We can never think about Mississippi. We can never think about civil rights. We can never think about the movement without thinking about his name and his mama's name. His name will live longer than all of ours. So this is good work because we're doing something bigger than us that's going to last longer than us. This is good work because it's transforming pain so we don't further transmit it. This is good work because it's converting suffering into a strength. This is good work because it dissolves the bland promises of this is as good as it's getting. Some things will never change. It's dissolving that mantra. And what they intended for evil now mysteriously becomes a source of strength because we're here today. It tells bullies no more, never again. May this atrocity never happen again. It's making it impossible for anybody to keep this silent, hidden, or ignored. We're about being here because we come to the margins, and when we come to the margins, no one is outside of the margins. They're erased. Emmett Till was not born to be brutalized. He was not born to be forsaken. He was born to be loved. He was born to be cherished. He was born for glory, and us being here today helps shine his glory. Just imagine how his spirit has come and touched every single one of us and so many around the world. It shook Congressman John Lewis. It empowered Miss Rosa Parks. Mr. Medgar Evers, one of the great leaders of Mississippi, lost. It empowered him. Miss Fannie Lou Hamer had shook the world, and his spirit has gone around to touch each one of us, to bring us out here today. And he's leading us, still filled with glory, because you can't unborn glory. His glory is still leading us to the dream that the Creator had. He's here with us today. He's touching us. He's asking us, it seems, I'm going to help be your strength. This is clumsy work. I'm going to help you create circles. I'm going to help you create spaces where truth can be told. I'm going to help you knowing that we still have many friends to make. I come here humbly. And I've been praying ever since. Benita Halbert, you're such a good leader. Yeah. I've been praying because I'm from Greenville, y'all. And I'm a man, y'all. I'm a man, and I'm white. I've been praying. And I've heard a holy message. And I'm wondering if you are hearing the same divine whispers like the wind that swirls over the top of the Tallahatchie River. It seems like it's announcing something, and I'm wondering if you've heard that. It seems like it's saying a new season. It seems like it's a breakthrough. It seems like this is something we can lean into and stay woke about. I believe I've heard it. Perhaps you've heard it too. And though we still don't know what the destination looks like, we can trust this invitation as if it was orchestrated in heaven. Its full meaning is still unfolding. I'll share with you what I've heard. I've heard that our future is going to be bigger than our past. I've heard that they intended for evil will not happen again. I've heard that the pain of that evil is mysteriously being turned into our strength.
Amen.
When President Joe Biden signed this proclamation last year, he said, at the time when there are those who seek to ban books and bury history, we're making it clear, crystal clear, we can't just choose to learn what we want to know. We should know everything. The good, the bad, the truth of who we are as a nation. That's what great nations do. And that spirit might be telling you, like I'm hearing it whisper to me, that this is what great humans do. Silence. It's losing its grip. White supremacy is losing its stronghold. It's going to take forever to undo the whiteness energy that has been done. And so that's why we got to keep on being dangerous and stepping into the dangerous places. Keep on being clumsy and knowing we're going to step on toes and encourage everyone to be fragile, but knowing this is the best work. Because this is a new moment. Maybe the answer that's waiting for us is just the love that's inside of us, waiting to be unleashed. Maybe in all of our hearts there's more square footage. Maybe the glory that Emmett Till now knows that is touching all of us, we were born with that same glory as well. And maybe we're being invited, being here to shine. Let what happened to him shake something loose in us today. In her book, The Death of Innocence, Miss Mamie Till Mobley writes, Emmett has helped me to steer me in my lifelong odyssey, and he still does. So the spirit of this young human is still with us today. His glory guides all of us today. Our future is that we're all healers. We're all justice bearers, and we're all reconcilers. So let me close by this. The Spirit is saying our destination is not yet clear, but there's so many promises. We aren't called to shake our fists so much, but to roll up our sleeves. We aren't called to point out things, but we're called to point the way. Now, no power can silence this truth again. For us, being here is changing the narrative. So I ask you, with all the people that are going to be coming here after us, if we can just pause in silence and say a prayer for them.